I have a question for you. How much pressure is too much pressure? Now, I'm talking about this specifically from the perspective of a new graduate nurse. Now, depending on where you choose to work, is kind of dependent on how much pressure you're going to be putting yourself under. No matter what, there's going to be some pressure because you're brand spanking new, and I'm willing to bet you're going to find out very quickly that there are things that you didn't even know that you didn't even know. Like you learned a lot in nursing school and it was all very general, but when you start specializing, you're going to go down rabbit holes that you never even knew existed. And that alone is going to create pressure. But if you're even in, like, say, a higher acuity area, like an ICU or a trauma area or ER, like my background is ER, right? There's a lot of pressure in ER, especially depending on the volume of patients or the acuity of patients. Things go down, they're unpredictable, they go down quickly, they get messy, and it can be a lot of pressure. And I'll tell you something, I learned a lot about myself working in the ER, and I learned strength inside of me that I didn't even know existed because of the pressure that ER offered. But here's my question: how much pressure is too much pressure? And I'm also saying this from the perspective of I believe that the response of the nursing profession to the pandemic was to crank out nurses faster, with less clinical time, and with less orientation than us older nurses received. So hear me when I tell you that when you're a new nurse and you feel like you are not prepared to be wherever it is that you are not alone, and it is not your fault. I believe that our profession, us older nurses, your mentors, the places hiring you, have a huge responsibility to do right by you by giving you better training and orientation. I'm just going to boldly put that out there before I get into this much more. So, how much pressure is too much pressure? I have 10 signs that you are under too much pressure, that the pressure that you are currently experiencing is more than you are equipped to handle, and it could be detrimental to your health. And these are warning signs that you need to make a shift. Maybe go to a department that's less acuity, maybe seek more training, maybe take a step back and seek but different mentorship. But these are all signs that you are under too much pressure and need additional support or a shift.